ring light always puts like a weird glow, like sheen on my face. I don't know why it looks like that. Hi everybody! Happy New Year! This is so exciting! Hello! Sorry I was like a minute or two late. Oh, hold on. I can hear myself in the background. Ah. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my volume too. I'm just a little bit of a mess today, apparently. Great way to start off the new year. But yeah, so I was struggling to figure out how to do my live stream again. Even it hasn't been that long since my last one, but for some reason I was playing in the app and couldn't remember how to start. So I was a few minutes late, so I do apologize for that. Hi, Grace-Filled Elegance. You guys will have to remind me of your actual names if your name is not what you use for like your YouTube name. If you want me to call you by your first name, I try to do that as much as possible in lives, but you obviously have to tell me what it is. Hello, LM. Happy New Year. So good to see you all. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm so excited to be here. Monica. Okay, Graceful Elegance, Monica. We'll try to remember that. Got it in the head. Hi, Jordan and Jennifer and Andrea. This is, oh, guys, I cannot tell you how much it has been just warming my little heart so much to be seeing you guys playing in your journals already and all the posts in our Facebook group. If you're not aware, I did add on a Facebook group after I published that initial video all about hashtag My Abiding Journal 2021. So there's a Facebook group now if you're on that social media platform that you can join, and a lot of women have already been posting their spreads in there, which is super fun. And then of course I've already been seeing some people using the hashtag on Instagram, so I've been sharing those posts as I've seen them come in. Hi Mel, hi Carrie. Ooh, from Pennsylvania, me too. That's where I'm from. Let me see if I can try and fix this like foam is showing, I think, in the video. Hold on. Yeah. Going live is such a little ordeal, I tell you. There we go. I think I got rid of that weird foam that was going on. Oh, and now there's a hair right on the lens, if you noticed that. I tell you, I'm just a mess. Hello, Maricela. That's a really pretty name, from California. Elizabeth from Texas. Hi, Debbie. So good to see you. I know, please let me know where you guys are all coming in from. I always think that's so fun in lives to be able to see where you're all saying you're coming from. Alicia is from Oregon, Tanya from Canada, Sarah from Scotland. I am so sorry if you are joining in from another time zone and this is like a super weird time that you are having to join us. I am going to try to do more live streams throughout this year so that we can keep journaling actually together, which is always so much fun. But it's always hard for me to like figure out the right time to do that where everybody can participate and join in. So I do apologize if this is not a great time for you, but I do polls on Instagram and in my YouTube community to figure out the right time. And I do promise that I will be doing some other times in the future. I'll do some morning live streams, and I always save them here on my channel. I just created a playlist today to save all of my journal with me's, whether live or pre-recorded, that will be coming out. So I'll be sharing all of those in that playlist, and that way you can just binge watch them as we go along this year. I just saw somebody from New Zealand. So fun. How do I see my comments on this screen? That's weird. Sorry, I'm just over here doing my own thing, trying to figure things out. But yeah, so I want to know from you guys, how many of you have already started your abiding journal? Have you already done your first entry? I'd really love to know that. I need to pull this little laptop aside and figure out how I can see your comments on here because they go by a little too fast for me just on my phone. think I can just pull up YouTube again. So Andrea's already started, Jordan has started. Denise says the Facebook group is fun. It is really fun. I've been loving that. I definitely want to try and interact in there more. I'm usually not a huge Facebook person anymore, but I am trying to be better about it with my abiding journal happening, and I think I'm doing pretty good so far, but I'd love to be able to talk to you guys in there about more than just, you know, sharing our most recent spreads. I think it'd be really fun to talk about like favorite journaling supplies and things like that and really be able to learn from each other. Okay, I got our comments figured out now so that I can see you guys on here as well. So yeah, it's so awesome. So many of you guys are getting the extra large Cahiers journals. I have mine right here ready for us to play in. I'm so excited to finally get to open this. It's been sitting on my desk for over a month in preparation for this moment, and I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm so excited that so many of you guys got the same journals as me. That'll be really fun to see how you guys use them differently. And if you didn't yet see my most recent video, I put out a video that is my 2020 journal lineup where I talk about all of the other journals that I'm going to be using as well. And I talk about in there about the cover. And guys, Documented Journey, she just sent me photos of the covers, not just my cover, but the giveaway cover as well, which is going to be for this size journal. And they are so beautiful. I am so excited for these covers to arrive. So excited. And like I said, there's going to be a giveaway, so one of you can potentially win that cover for these extra large Cahiers journals. But if you have it and you don't win the giveaway, she's also going to be putting this size permanently in her shop so that you guys can get your own, and that way too you can design it to be exactly what you want, with what you want the leather, or not leather, she doesn't use leather, the cork to be, and the patterns, which will be so, so cool. So you might win the giveaway, or you can get your own. And if you use a different size than the extra large, if you're using like what I've used in the past, which is the large moleskin, or if you are using a completely different type of journal, she has all different sizes that she offers too. So I just can't wait to share that with you. So definitely be on the lookout for when that comes out. I'm really excited. Let me try and catch up here on our comments. Hi, Missy. Oh, Missy, it's so good to see you here. Missy Journals has a YouTube channel here as well, and I often tune into her live streams. She does a ton of live streams over there. Highly recommend you check out her channel. It's so good to see you here, Missy. And we got Miesha is here. She is one of my long-standing patrons. So grateful to you. We got Megan, started a new altered book journal. Ooh, what does that mean, altered book? Is that like you took an old book and then turned it into a journal? Is that what that means, Megan? Shreya also recently started a YouTube channel, so we should all check that out. Let us know if you have a YouTube channel where you do journaling. I really like to support other women. I think that is the way to go, not competition. So if you have a YouTube or if you have an Instagram where you're sharing your journaling, definitely put that in the comments so that we can all follow along and join you in your journey. Tea and Scribbles, brand new here, not on Facebook, I'm not in the loop. What's an abiding journal? So I have a video here on my channel that explains what the My Abiding Journal challenge is. So I would just encourage you to go and watch that one. But as a quick overview, essentially, My Abiding Journal is just what I call my journal. That is my creative journal, it's my daily journal, and it's my memory keeping system. It's how I keep all of my memories. So this is my abiding journal from 2020, and I just put my photos and thoughts in here and document all of my memories, and that's what my abiding journal is to me. Abiding means lasting a long time or enduring, and the goal is to make our memories last and endure, and that is what my abiding journal means to me. So it's just my little name for my creative journal and daily journal, and it's now the name of our little community and challenge that we're all embarking on this year, which is to start a journaling habit. LM says they love the Exceed journals from Walmart, great quality and super cheap. That's awesome. Expanded moleskin so I can have one journal for the year. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I realized that they have a version where you could do it all in one journal. That would be really neat. I feel like I just put too much in it and I get overwhelmed when it's so thick that I can no longer like get it to lay flat to be able to journal like on this side, which is why I like using 3 journals in one. But I put them all in the same traveler's notebook, so then it's basically like having one journal. Just plans. Thank you for following me today, Kelsey Lee. Oh, of course. I was so happy to. Making journaling videos weekly to go with my podcast. That was Tea and Scribbles. That's really cool. What is your podcast about? I assume something to do with tea and scribbles. Speaking of tea, I'm enjoying some of my peppermint tea that I picked up in my Tuesday morning haul. I made an Instagram live sharing all of the goodies I got from Tuesday morning, and one of them was some Harney & Sons peppermint tea. Hi, Doll Days. This is so fun. This is the most people I've ever had on a live stream. I'm really excited about this. I'm a little overwhelmed though as well because I'm not used to so many comments going by, and I usually try and catch every single comment and be able to respond to it, but it's a little hard. Sorry, I have to keep approving. If you guys share like what your YouTube is or your Instagram, it makes me approve it because it thinks you're just like fishing or something. Crooked Pages, I'm excited to see you journal. Tea and Scribbles, it's going to be a Bible-based journaling podcast for encouragement and overcoming struggles. That is such a great idea. I love listening to podcasts, especially when I'm walking my dog. I always listen to podcasts, so I will definitely be looking that up. Thanks for sharing. Journal is ordered but hasn't arrived yet. Just jotting down ideas and printing pics in the meantime. That is a great idea. Yeah, so I know some of you haven't maybe picked up your journals yet, or you ordered them and with shipping being the way it is, it maybe hasn't arrived. And that's totally okay. You can easily catch up and still start on the 1st, or it's totally okay to just start on the day that you get your journal and skip the first few days of January. It really won't make a big deal in the long run. And I made an encouragement piece in my most recent video trying to express that point that it's okay to start whenever. I know we all like feel the excitement of a brand new year, and it is really exciting, and I'm excited that we're all here to start together, but it's also okay for you to start a month into the year or 2 weeks after you finally received your journal. You know, do what works for you as long as, you know, you still are making it a commitment and documenting your memories. That's ultimately the purpose of it. Year full of jotted down hope. Oh, I love that, Denise. Can you show us how to journal faithfully? Do you mean faithfully as in having a commitment, or do you mean faithfully in terms of your like walk with God? Because I'm definitely, I think most of you know that I'm a Christian, so walking faithfully in my journaling is really important to me. All right, this is so fun. So before we turn it over to not being my face anymore, let me know if you guys have any questions, anything you want me to talk about before we dive into the actual journaling. I have some stuff already prepared for us to do that, but I want to open this space while my face is still present on the screen to just answer any questions you have or chat a little bit before we get going. LM says that they are committed to faith journaling daily and really grow closer to God this year. That's amazing. I love faith journaling, especially in my growth book. That's mainly where I do all of my spiritual journaling, my sermon notes, and my Bible study, and just my conversations with God. That's where I write them. Watch Harry Potter for the first time and make a whole weekend marathon out of it. That's a fun one, Jordan. I used to be a huge Harry Potter nerd. I still really enjoy it. I think it's a really beautiful story about friendship and love and overcoming evil, but I wouldn't say it's like my passion the way it probably was in junior high. But yeah, that would be a great goal. So some of you guys are putting your Instagrams at What Mel Read. That's Mel. I've already been looking at her account. She has great stuff and talks a lot about reading as well, which we all know is my other passion. This channel started out as a booktube channel originally way back when. So if you've been here since then, that is a true triumph, let me tell you. Using this as a memory, photo, and victory journal as I'm recovering and healing from some big health challenges. So excited to document all the ways Jehovah Rapha has and is healing me. Journal, as I watch them, I already got some cute Harry Potter stickers. Nice. That'll be a fun way to memorialize that. Stationery and memes, but you changed it to stationery and scribbles. Very nice. It's nice to have this live because it's freezing rain outside. Yeah, it's raining out here too. I'm wondering if I should incorporate that in my journal spread for today because it's been raining all day. I feel like that would be a good thing to put in there about today. Yes, I am also an author. That's probably a little known fact to me, though I do have my books linked in all of the descriptions of my videos. I've written 2 YA books, which we'll actually talk about probably a little bit later because I did some writing today. So that is going to go in my entry about today, is talking about getting some writing done, which has been really nice. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, and then in this next few minutes, and then I'll turn it over and we'll get started on our spread. But I just like to hang out and chat for the first 20 minutes or so, because really that's why I'm here, to hang out. I mean, the journal spread I can always do anytime on my own, and I know that's why you're here, but I'm here to hang out with you guys. So I just love being able to chat in this way. Writing and journaling go hand in hand. That is very true. Very, very true. Though you do not need to be an excellent novelist or writer to journal. Journaling is something anybody can do, right? It comes from the heart, and I feel like sometimes people get intimidated because they feel like their journaling doesn't sound like a book. It doesn't sound like the journals of old that people read where, you know, you have these, I feel like people always imagine like those old journals that become like history books, and it's just beautiful writing, and they're like so thoughtful and deep and profound in their ideas. Let me tell you, I may be a writer and an author, but my journals do not sound like that. My journal entries are like, today I did this, and then I did this, and by the way, I had tacos for dinner. Like, that's literally what my journaling sounds like. It's so basic. So don't be intimidated by journaling at all when it comes to the writing of it. You know, it's just about memory keeping, or about getting out your feelings and expressing what's in here so that it's no longer consuming your mind and instead is, you know, on the page. And that way you can really think through and digest those thoughts that are just running rampant in your mind. Thinking of adding a short poem here and there in my journal as I love poetry. That's a really good idea, Debbie. I'm currently reading, what is it called? It's called Devotions, I think, by Mary Oliver. It's a book of poetry. Highly recommend it. She is so, so talented. It's really, really good if you like poetry. That's my first book of the year that I'm reading. Icon for hire, flyleaf. I talk about food every entry. Yeah, me too. Like I said in my Tuesday morning haul, because I got a food sticker book. Let me show it to you. I think I have it sitting right here. Here it is. Yeah, so I just picked up this Create 365 food sticker book because I literally talk about food in almost every single entry. I might as well be having a food diary instead of a memory keeping journal because I mean, those are like the highlights of my day or my meals, right? So of course I journal about it. Crooked pages. I keep journaling and then I burn out. Can you show us how to stay on the wagon? I do have a video that is 12 tips to daily journal. I put that out at the end of 2018. So it was at the very beginning of 2019 that video came out. And I think it was really helpful in tackling that specific question about how to just make it a habit and stay with it. There's a lot of tips like just setting yourself up for it by giving yourself the time. So setting a time every day where you're planning on journaling and really making it a priority in your life. And there's ways to do that too by just setting up your space appropriately, having your journal out on your desk ready to go for the next page, having like a few sticker books if you're doing creative journaling, a pen already there by it. So you can have the materials that you know you use regularly available to you on your desk or wherever it is you're journaling is a way to just trigger you to always be thinking, oh, that's right, I should do my journal entry for today. And that way too, it makes it easier for you because you're not rummaging, under the bed trying to find supplies. They're there ready for you to journal and you're good to go. And then I think the biggest thing is just to give yourself grace and to not beat yourself up if you miss a day or two. And rather than be like, oh my gosh, I failed, I didn't daily journal, I'm just gonna give up, just pick it up on that day that you're starting again and start from there. So those are just a few tips, but I have many more in that video, so I would just encourage you to watch that as well. That's how my journals sound. I love poetry. I'm a self-published poet and I run a poetry Instagram. Obsessed with Emily Dickinson. That's cool, Jordan. Favorite places to get sticker books. I primarily get sticker books from Michaels, typically only if they are on sale or if I have like a 50% off coupon. I never, ever, ever buy sticker books full price because you can always get them cheaper than $20. So I always recommend looking for coupons or sales. And now my sticker books probably will all come from Tuesday mornings. That's going to be the main thing I talk about probably in this video because I was so excited about my trip to Tuesday morning. But yeah, I got this one. Yes, if you have a Tuesday morning, it's the best. $7.99 for the $20 ones. This one I think was, look, I have the price still on it. Let me show you how much this food one cost. Can you see that? It's probably backwards on your screen, but $5.99, friends, at Tuesday morning. $5.99, and this would have cost me 20 bucks anywhere else. So Tuesday morning is definitely the best spot. You're going to have less options, though. It's not going to be the brand new ones. That food one has been out for a while. But if you're just getting started and looking for sticker books, Michael's with a coupon or checking out Tuesday morning if you have one near you. I always get judged for journaling, criticized from those around me. Every time I stop, my world falls apart. You know, something that has come with age, not that I'm like a super old wise spirit, but I've just become much more comfortable in my own skin. I used to like not tell anybody that I had a YouTube channel. Like I didn't want anybody to know that I was like a weird person who like made videos about journaling. Who does that? That's so weird. Who likes journaling that much? But I've just really become more comfortable in my own skin and accepted that, you know, this is who I am. Journaling brings me happiness and peace and makes my memories last in a way that they wouldn't otherwise. I have a terrible, terrible long-term memory. I don't think I would remember 90% of the things I do if I didn't journal about them. We all like journaling that much. Yes, exactly. That's awesome. So yeah, I feel like I've found my peace with myself, and I think that's important. Even if there are plenty of people in my own life who don't get it. I mean, it's just going to be the case. There's not going to be people around you who always get all of your passions, but you know, just trust in it and honor the gifts that God has given you and the desires and passions God has given you. And I think that will take you a really long way. And also having a community like this to encourage you in your passions and remind you that you're not the only weirdo in the world who likes journaling is always really helpful as well. Always been a nerdy kid, definitely taken time to grow out of the shame and embrace my nerdiness. Yes, amen, exactly. 25 journals, that's a lot to keep up with. Jen's junk. That's so true. If you've been attacked over it, it's probably something you need to continue. Yeah, and a lot of times criticism comes from envy and jealousy. So keep that in mind as well. If they're criticizing you for journaling, it's probably because they wish that they were documenting their memories in the same way or expressing themselves in a way that helps them to battle with their own, you know, inner demons. Love journaling. You're not alone. Yeah, Missy, exactly. All right. So fun, guys. Can you talk a little bit about batch journaling? That was a great tip from your video that I want to try this year. Yeah, so that's a great one as well. Batch journaling is basically, if you're doing some form of art journaling or creative journaling, is the idea of doing the creative part of the pages in advance. Now, part of the problem with this is you don't always necessarily know what's going to happen on those days. So if you're somebody who wants to use like a coffee sticker to talk about having a cup of coffee that day, but you don't know you're going to have a cup of coffee that day because you haven't lived the day yet. But one thing you can do in advance is do like backgrounds on your pages. And what that does is it really helps to eliminate the overwhelming intimidation of a blank page before you. You can put just down like some watercolor, do some kind of background effect, use a stencil and some like gelatos to do some backgrounds. I have tons of journal with me's showing different backgrounds that you could look up. And then the other thing you could do is put down the date in advance, do the date in some fancy way. And that's actually something I wanted to talk about, is some ways to eliminate the intimidation of the blank page, especially when you're starting a journal for the first time. Like, this blank page is a little intimidating and terrifying. I totally get that. It's like, what the heck am I going to do with this and fill this up? I don't know. But some ways to tackle this is, one, like I said, do some kind of a background effect. Just do that first. 2, put down the date. That's something that you know is going to go on the page. At least I encourage you to date your pages. I think it's really helpful. So put down the date in some way and just put it wherever. You don't have to get, you know, too up in your head about it. And then the third idea would be, this would be more for like after you've already had that day, is to put down the main photo or ephemera. Like, say, once again, you were drinking coffee that day and you have a coffee sticker that you know you want to put on the page. Just put that down first, just to have something down, and then you can build around it. But at least that way you're getting rid of the intimidation of the first page. And then doing those backgrounds and dates in advance is one way to batch pages ahead of time. But you can also batch do pages, that sounds weird. You can do batch pages after you've already lived a few days as well. So if doing daily journaling every day, especially in a creative way, can be really overwhelming if you want to be able to have time to spend doing that creative part. Instead, what you can do is just jot down a few notes to yourself each day in like a separate notebook, just, you know, some dollar store notebook. Jot down just a few thoughts about what happened that day, what you want to journal about to jog your memory. And then after a few days or come the weekend, you can look at those notes and do the more creative part in your actual journal. So that's something I do a lot. I'll live a few days, take a few notes along the way, have some photos that I've taken along the way, and then I'll do all of those creative journal pages at one time, because usually I get in a zone where I can do a few pages at the same time, and that way I can really set aside time to do it easier as well. So hopefully that was a good explanation. And yeah, so I know that we're like 30 minutes in here and I've just been blabbing along. So I'm thinking that we should turn the camera around and start doing some journaling. Do you text journal more than creative when you aren't recording? I actually don't do a lot of just writing journaling. I think I'll do a little bit more of that this year, where maybe I just do like a watercolor background and then just write just for time's sake in order to keep up with daily journaling. But when I was doing, for example, like my memory keeping journaling from 2020, which just was the highlights, every page in here is creative. There's no page that isn't photos and ephemera and just, you know, craziness. Where I do a lot of my just plain text journaling is in my faith journaling, which is where I do more like feelings journaling, where I'm, you know, just like working through things. That's where I do that sort of journaling. My creative journal, my daily journal, you know, has a little bit of that, but mostly it's memory keeping, which is just a different type of journaling. Some people combine them, but for me, it's a little bit separate. Also, partly because I'm sharing these on my channel all the time, and I don't really need people reading all my private thoughts. Grow my YouTube channel. In terms of growing a YouTube channel, Shreya, I know you had just asked that, and my biggest tip is you just have to keep at it. Do what you love. Build a niche, so having a specific thing that people can gather around, like journaling, and sticking to that. I mean, I've been on YouTube for like 5+ years, and my channel, like, it's decently big for this community, but it took a long time to get here, and there are plenty of channels that are much bigger than mine and grew a lot faster in a lot shorter time. But I love creating videos. I love inspiring women to get in their journals and to love God, and so that's why I keep doing it. All right, so let's see. Are you guys going to be backwards when I turn this, or is it going to be facing the right way? Nope, you're backwards. Let me turn you. Okay. You guys are going on a joyride. All right, there we go. And excuse me while I finagle to get this in the right position. It's always a struggle to get things right. I think you guys need to be higher. Sorry. There we go. I think that's good. So it's, wait, hold on. There we go. It's always a little delayed, so I'm not, it takes me a moment to figure out if it's in the right spot. Where does this need to be? I'm so confused. Wait, it is it backwards? No, this is backwards. I'm so confused. Okay, so here we are, guys, with my blank moleskin extra large journal. I am so excited to finally get into this. Like I said, I've had this on my desk for a while, and I've been itching to play on this giant page because, as you guys know, I've been in this size journal, which is the large moleskin, and this is great, I think, if you are just starting creative journaling because it's a little bit less overwhelming. But for me, because I use so many photos and so much ephemera and tip-ins and stuff, it is just a little bit too small for me to do everything I want and have enough space to journal. It was perfect for my highlights page because I didn't do as much journaling because it was all after the fact, and so I didn't often even remember what main things happened. It was just kind of, like I said, capturing the highlights. So this was really good for that purpose, but I think I'm going to want to write out more thoughts this year and be able to just use ephemera more and have more negative space in my journaling too. It's something I really enjoy the aesthetic of, but I don't achieve it very well in this smaller size because I always want to do too much. But this I'm almost done with. I actually printed out, these are photos from New Year's Eve and also from today. So I printed them out all together. So there's another example of batch journaling. Makes it a lot easier for printing photos too. So I printed this photo from today, and then these are all from New Year's Eve because I still have to do my New Year's Eve in my 2020 journal. And then once I do that and finish up my little review page for 2020, that will be ready to share. I also want to do the cover, so once I do the cover as well, that will be ready to share, and then it will be here on my channel for you guys to watch. And I'm going to do a chatty version that's probably going to be like an hour long, if not longer, because it's so much to go through. And then I'm going to do a quick flip through for those who just want to see it really quickly with some music over it. So I'm just going to cut out these photos a while. Like I said, I'm only using this one. These ones are all for my New Year's Eve spread that I still have to do. Let me know in the comments how many of you guys are journaling literally with me right now. How many of you guys are currently working in your journals as you watch or listen, or what are you guys up to while you're watching? Guys, there's 87 of you with me right now. That's so exciting. I usually have like maybe 20 people on my live streams. So exciting. Okay, so this, friends, is the only photo that I have from today. So we gotta find some stuff to fill up more space on this giant page. And then so let me do a little run through of my day. So we had a pretty slow morning, which was really nice. It was a very lazy Friday off, and we made some coffee. I've been posting this on my Instagram. My mom got us a bean box. It's like a subscription service for coffee. But it was like a coffee and chocolate pairing box. So there were like 8 different whole bean coffees in there, all different flavors, and then they're paired with a chocolate. And I've been loving it. It's probably way too expensive for me to actually subscribe to on a regular basis, but the coffee is so good. If you are a coffee lover, I highly recommend it. So we had this coffee today, so I just kept the packaging. I always recommend, guys, be keeping little mementos from your day, even if it seems like a totally weird item to keep, like the coffee grounds bag. It could be really cool in your journal. And then I also have the little chocolate bar wrapping. This chocolate was so good. Orange Blossom Espresso in 60% dark chocolate, friends. So, so, so good. So I might put these somewhere, somehow on the page. I'm not sure yet. I might save them because I know that I'm going to have other days where I enjoy Beanbox. So I might want to save it for like one of those days to keep this, because I don't want to have, you know, one of these packages on every single journal entry that I happen to use this, but it's something I'm loving right now, and that's a great tip for journaling if you're like not sure what to journal about. If you're like, oh, I had a really boring day, I don't know what to put down on the page, just think about something that you're currently loving. Whether that's a book you're reading, a show you're watching, a movie you recently saw, a coffee that you're really enjoying, tea, literally anything that is just something you're really enjoying right now. Journal about that, because that is something that will really be a memory for you to look back on. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, it will be, I promise you. Let me look a little bit at the comments quick. Everybody, some of you are journaling right now. Hello, Nicola from London. We got North Carolina. I'm actually writing about watching your journal with me right now. That's so funny. Yeah, I plan on including this live stream in my entry too, which is going to be a little bit of Inception, which is fun. So, gone midnight here, just happy to watch you. Yeah, I understand not journaling at midnight, that makes sense. Journal's just written. I want to do more creative spread in my journal. It's my journal for my thoughts and feelings. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, so potentially want to use these items. Definitely want to use this photo. So I was going through my day. We made coffee. And so here I am with my coffee, and it looks like my little chocolate piece got cut off in this photo, but that's okay. And we watched the movie Unbroken. This is the older one that came out. If you haven't seen it, I don't know. So I highly recommend it, but it's based on a book, and I highly recommend the book more than I highly recommend the movie. Unbroken, the book is so good. It's about Louis Zamperini. It's a true story about a war veteran in World War II. He was an Olympic athlete. He was a runner. And then, oh my gosh, we have 99 people. I'm sorry, I just interrupted myself. But we have 99 people watching. We need one more. One more to reach 100. That would be so cool. I should like text my mom, except I can't because I'm using my phone to record this. But be like, join my live stream just so that I can say I had 100 people on it. That's so fun. But yeah, so it's about, he was an Olympic runner, and then he gets bombed down, or no, he doesn't get bombed down, I'm sorry. His plane just like kind of falls apart in the sky because they shouldn't have been flying it. It was a plane that was put together with random parts, and they approved it to fly even though they shouldn't have. And long story short, he got stranded in the ocean and was there for like, I don't even know how many days, like 50 plus days, stranded in the middle of the ocean. Survived that, but then he was picked up by the Japanese and taken to their internment camps, and then was there and just treated horribly. Like, this guy survived so much. It's a true story. Literally so good. Like, amazing. Highly recommend it. But yeah, so we watched that movie today, and there's a newer movie that came out about the same guy that is called Unbroken Path to Redemption. And if you are a Christian, I highly recommend that one because it focuses on him after the war. And during the war, he promised God that if he brought him through that war, that he would devote his entire life to him. And he did. He battled with a lot of PTSD right after the war, but afterward, he really came through and gave his life completely to God. It's such a good movie. That one I really recommend. It's Unbroken Path to Redemption, and it's like a faith-based film, but it's a true story about his life. So good. First 100 live stream. I know. How exciting. Did it reach 100? I don't even know. Now we've lost people. So people got bored with my World War II talk. But that's a fun fact about me is I'm like really interested in World War II. I just find that time period fascinating. So anyways, that's what this photo is documenting. And then we have these. And then of course we have to talk about the start of 2021. And my abiding journal and our community here. So I have my printables from my Patreon here that I'm planning on using on this page. If you haven't seen these yet, if you're a patron, I just put these out. These were the December printables because they were in preparation for January and for use this month as we start my abiding journal. But on Patreon, I create printables every month as a thank you to my patrons for supporting everything that I do here on my channel. And these are the printables from December, and they are my abiding journal themed. So we have, you know, just really cute little illustrations about creativity and documenting your life. There's just a little journal here. Explore your creativity, document your life, which is kind of like my little tagline for hashtag my abiding journal, which we have the hashtag here. We got some really cute little like washi strips. Sorry, I'm trying not to hit my cord and make you jump around, but I really love the way that those turned out. And then we have like the definitions of abide and abiding, a little watercolor pen, paintbrush, little paintbrushes in the water. So just some fun illustrations. We've got some washi, of course, to document journaling, which I think is super fun. So this is the printable from the $6 tier, and if you join, you can get this printable, and then you get access to all of the printables that I've ever put out in the past. So there's like tons and tons and tons of printables over there. I have a few just sitting in front of me just to show you. So like here are other examples of different themes that I've done. Here's a Hello Fall one that I did. This one's all cut up, of course, already. But yeah, so I just love making these printables for you guys to use in your journals. And then, of course, I get to use them as well, which is always fun. And this one will be so, so fun to use in my abiding journal. And yeah, so to get these, Jenny, you just go to patreon.com/abidingkelseylee. I have it linked in the description of all my videos. And then you can join whichever tier makes sense for you, whatever you're comfortable with based on your budget. It's $6 for the large printable tier, plus you get access to all of my exclusive videos. I put out one a month, but there's also like, I don't know, like 30 plus videos over there right now that you can go and binge. So there's a ton of content already there that you'll get access to. And then there's a $2 tier, which is the mini printable tier. So you'll get this one instead. And then you also get access typically to my YouTube videos a little bit earlier. And then I make it so that they're ad-free to my patrons before I make them live to everybody else. So yeah, so that's on the $2 tier. And then this one is $6. And then I also have a $25 Happy Mail tier where you can get Happy Mail sent to your door. That one is limited to 10 people just because it takes a lot of time for me to put together Happy Mail, and it's also limited to the US. So I am sorry if you're not a US resident, but I pay for the shipping myself, so I have to keep that cost down. Shannon just joined my Patreon. That's so funny, Shannon. As I was talking about Patreon, I saw a little notification come up saying that you had joined. So thank you so much. It really is so, so helpful to my channel and to my family. Honestly, I spend a lot of time, as you can imagine, on my YouTube channel. And if it didn't produce any kind of monetary kickback for me, I frankly wouldn't be able to afford doing it because it eats up that much of my time. So every little bit helps, and I'm so, so grateful for it. Jenny, you said you don't have a printer. Yeah, so even if you don't have a printer, something you can do is, because there's so many on there, you could just download all the files on like a thumb drive and then take it to Staples or Office Max or whatever is nearby you and have them print them for you there. So you can kind of print them in a batch at one time and take it to a local printer is an option if you don't have a printer at home. Great printables, exclusive plan with me from December was fun. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed that, Mel. I'm so glad that you guys enjoy the printables and everything I put out there. I do spend a lot of time on Patreon, but I really enjoy doing that little extra for you guys as a thank you, because I take it very seriously that some of you are willing to literally open your wallets and you give me some of your hard-earned money. I don't take that lightly at all, even though you are in some ways getting a product for it. I know that it's mainly in support of my content that I produce, and that is so humbling for me. So thank you guys for that. But yes, these are definitely something I want to use in my spread today. And then beyond that, guys, I just have like stickers and stuff sitting next to me. Like I said, I did some writing today, so I'd like to do some writing-based things. I have this little collection of stuff. This is my like tea and coffee themed stuff, and I feel like I maybe also keep some writing stuff in here. Oh yes, here it is. Isn't this cute? I kept this card from, I think my mother-in-law got me this forever ago, and it says, a person who can write a long letter with ease cannot write ill. So it's more about writing letters, but yeah, I've just kept like different coffee, tea, and writing related things I put into here. for me to use in my journaling. That's a really good tip to you guys too, is to categorize things that you use often. So if there are certain things about you, like for me, I love writing, coffee, and tea. So that's something that I know I'm probably going to journal about often. So anytime I come across ephemera or different pieces that relate to those things, I will put them in a little baggie. And then that's where I will keep them all. And that way I know, oh, if I want to talk about coffee, tea, or writing, I can go to this pack to try and find something. I also do that for all of my seasons, which is a hugely helpful thing. I cannot recommend this enough, is to create little season packs for yourself. So this one is a spring pack. I just put this in this Creative Memories pack because I happen to have Creative Memories packs from my mom that are a spring, fall, winter, and summer themed. So it worked out perfectly to use them as my packs. But this isn't all Creative Memories stuff. This is just anything in my stash that I'm like, oh, that reminds me of spring. I stick that in here. Oh my goodness, 101 guys. I'm sorry, getting distracted again, but thank you so much that we have 101 people watching right now. It warms my heart so much. This was my first time. Oh, now we lost some people. They were like, nah, we're gonna drop you back down. That's okay. But that is seriously so amazing that we made it to over 100 at one time. That is so awesome. But yeah, so I was saying that I put different seasonal things together in a pack. So that way, if I'm currently, obviously we're in winter. So I'll pull out my winter one. Here's my winter, which is super packed full of things. And so everything in here I know is going to be winter themed and would be good in a winter spread. So I have things about New Year's in here. I have things about December and snow and Christmas in here. I have my printables from my Silent Night theme that I put out on Patreon this year. Some like snowy paper. So just a really good tip, guys, is to put together all of your seasonal things in a pack. So that way you can just grab this depending on what season you're in and then take that with you when you're doing journaling in that season, or on that, if it's related to a hobby that you really like. If you knit, for example, and have a bunch of things related to knitting, you could keep that all in a pack. So you know, if I'm journaling about knitting, I want to pull out that pack to talk about it. So anyways, I grabbed out this spring pack actually because I have some really cute things in here about rain, since for some reasons, you know, we associate rain with spring. And since it's been raining all day, I thought it would be fun to grab some rain related stickers. So like here, this cute little rain sticker would be nice to put on this page. This one's all very spring focused. So here, well, that one says spring showers, so that wouldn't really work because although it's raining today, it is definitely not a spring shower. I love this piece, guys. This was a wedding shower card that we received for our wedding shower, obviously, and I cut out this umbrella because it was so beautiful. I just knew that I had to hold on to it and keep it, and so here it is. Always recommend, guys, if you haven't seen it, my video that I have here on my channel about, what did I call that video? The, like, don't throw that away video. I can't remember what I called it, but it's basically 10 ideas for things to hold on to that you can recycle and repurpose in your journal. And cards is definitely one of them. So that's what I did. I kept onto a card and cut that out, and how beautiful is that? So that, you know, that could be really pretty actually on this page. I don't know if I want that for the first page of my journal though. It feels a little awkward. I think I will save this for some spring related showers. And maybe we'll use this rain sticker that I have. I feel like that might be better on this page. And it actually goes really well with these printables, that blue. So I'm gonna hold on to that. So going back, guys, to my tip, can you tell I'm like putting off starting this page because it's intimidating me as like a total blank page? Hi Hannah, welcome. 106, yes, Tiffany, how fun. Christmas and paper and cards to sort through. I'm just reading through your comments. Thank you guys so much for joining Patreon. That seriously means so much to me. I really hope that you enjoy being a patron for however long you want to stick around. Your support means so much. But anyways, yes, so I am definitely putting off starting this page, and we need to get started because I don't even know how long this has been, but it's been a while. It's been an hour. Oh, goodness. And I haven't put anything down on the page. This always happens to me. So we're just going to get started. My question to you is, based on those 3 ideas I gave you of ways to break the intimidation of a blank page. So the first idea was to just do some kind of background effect to get rid of that intimidation. The second idea was to just put the date on first somewhere on the page. And the third idea was to just put down your main photo or ephemera first and then build it out from around that. So based on those 3 ideas, how do you think I should start this page? Should we go with 1, do a background effect, 2, do the date, or 3, start with the photo or ephemera I want to use? How should we start? So cast your vote, 1, 2, or 3. 1 is background effect, 2 is date, and 3 is photo. All 3. 1, background effect. Background effect. How did I know you guys were gonna go for that? Oh, we gotta vote for the photo. All right, I'm seeing a lot of background effects, which means I need to figure out what kind of background effect I want to do. You know what I've really been loving lately is my metallic watercolors as a background. So let me pull those out. Oh yes, should we do the metallic watercolors? 1. Whoop. Why is it not letting me show that? Love Arteza, yes. So Arteza very kindly sent these to me, but everything I tell you guys about Arteza, it's not sponsored at all. It's all my real opinion, and their products really are worth the money. They're so good. Let me take a sip of tea. Since it's now cold, I've had it sitting on my desk, and this is the first sip I'm taking. It's very hard to keep a conversation going when it's literally just you talking. So I think we're going to do the background effect. It seems like that is the most voted for, and we're going to do all these things. We're obviously going to put the photo on the page, and we're going to put a date on the page, but this is just like, what is the thing that's going to get us started and break that intimidating factor of the blank page. So we're going to play with these watercolors. As you can see, they are beautiful, so beautiful. They have like this gorgeous glisten and glimmer. And I have to say, these are one of my favorite things right now. Yes, Arteza is so wonderful. Really do highly recommend their products. And I talked about this in my last live stream, but guys, if you have not tried the Arteza gel pens, the white gel pen, which we all know a white gel pen, a good one, is very hard to find. I've never experienced a better white gel pen in my entire life. This is the #1 product I will promote. Look, I still have this little piece of paper showing what they look like from my last live stream, just sitting on my desk. I'm kind of out of frame. Where is the camera? But yeah, so this is awesome. Highly recommend those. But yeah, so we're gonna just, I think, put down some paints on this page just to get us going. I was very smart and gave myself some water ahead of time on my desk. Love that gel pen. Yes, so good. Yes, jelly rolls, I have them too, and they skip. They are not great. Gelatos are awesome for journaling, and the Kaye paper. I do have a lot of gelatos, and I do like using them on this. And that's a fun thing to do for a background effect as well. If you don't know what we're talking about, these are gelatos. They're like a creamy, it almost has like a lipstick feel to it. Actually, funny story. I think I have a clip of it on my channel. I have no idea what video it's in, but I'm pretty sure I kept it in. That I had my niece over and she took one of these and put it all over her lips. And it was so funny. She thought it was like a lipstick. But yes, so funny story about these. But these react with water, and so you can kind of play with them on your page. And these are really fun to use over a stencil with like a baby wipe. I have a few videos where I do that technique in it if you haven't seen that before. So I think I'm going to use the colors in my journaling printable here to kind of guide what I want the colors and aesthetic of this page to be. So we got some like really pretty pastel blues and pinks, and it's very like muted colors, which I like a lot. So I'm just going to go in to these. Let me look at what these colors look like. I love the plum purple. That one is the fourth one. That's this one here. So let's play with this one. Is this plum purple? Oh wait, I have it upside down. That's copper. That's funny. That's okay. We can play with copper too. Okay, this is copper. This is plum purple. I had it backwards. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain in the background, but it is definitely raining. I think I'm just going to go with like plopping. I think that's what I want to do. Just to like get something on the page. Though it really doesn't bleed through much when I do it, but depending on how much water I put down, it sometimes can bleed through. So I'm just going to put something in the back just to be safe so I don't get anything on the next page. So you do want to be a little bit careful with the Kaye paper. If this is your first time using it, you can use water mediums on it. I do it all the time, but you don't want to saturate the page. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm literally just plopping. I feel like you guys can't see the whole journal. If I flip it up a little bit, see if that helps. There we go. I think that's better. Yes, Kaye. Yeah, it's spelled like Kahir. I think I'm saying Kaye right. So this is all copper. Compared to the Tomoe River paper, I've only ever used the Tomoe River paper in the Hobonichis, which I know is like a thinner Tomoe River paper. There are slightly thicker ones. I don't know. It's really hard to compare it because this is thicker, but the page like soaks up water more than the Hobonichis. The Hobonichis, it kind of just like sits on top if you've ever used that kind of Tomoe River paper. So you can use like a lot of water in the Hobonichi, which people really like. This looks bad right now, friends. I do realize that. But I promise it'll get better. But it's also because it's like kind of weirdly wet in spots, which gives it a weird effect before it's dried. But I love this plum color. But we are just getting over the first page, blank page, intimidation, and just putting color down just to get past that. This is such a big piece of paper. I am not used to this. Yeah, I think a lot of us feel intimidated by the first page, a blank page. I think that's a totally normal feeling. And honestly, it doesn't matter if you've already filled up, you know, 5 notebooks full of journaling. It still can be intimidating of what do I want to do with this page? So definitely know you're not alone in that feeling. Tiffany, the Arteza white gel pens compared to the Uniball Signo, again, totally win out. I experienced some skipping with the Uniball Signo as well, and the Arteza is just so much better. Like, I can just pick it up. I don't even have to, like, bang it on the table like I do with other pens. It just starts writing smoothly. It's a miracle of a pen. Aw, Denise, I love that. A blank page is God's gifted canvas to us to find his blessings. Amen. That is awesome. Ooh, I love this pink. This pink almost looks more like opaque. So I'm kind of just doing like a, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a collage of colors, just letting them all like blend together. I want to get some blue on here. Pull that out. So I'm just trying to mimic the colors that I have in the printable. And I'm just like, I think I'm gonna just fill up all of the space with this background. Sometimes I do backgrounds where it's just like in spots, but I'm kind of liking the look of doing it everywhere. And like I said, this will look a lot better once it's dried. It looks a little splotchy and weird in the video right now, just because it's not dry. But yeah, a wash of color just kind of, it makes you feel like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. I'm doing the thing, and you can kind of let your mind go, and then it just feels a lot easier to then move on to the next step. It's that first step that's always the hardest, right? Isn't that true for everything in life? Like every habit you're trying to begin, everything is just getting past that first step. All right, what other colors do we want to get in here? Maybe a little bit of green, this iridescent green. Oh no, that's lettuce green. I want this one, iridescent green. Yeah, that's a good tip too, is to just skip the first page. You can do that as well if it just intimidates you to do the first one. I know a lot of people, which I think is a great idea, use the first page to just like journal. Ooh, God. I got some of it on the black and it is so pretty. These metallic watercolors are beautiful on black paper. Here, I have the little swatch I'll show you real quick. By the way, I have a whole video about these metallic watercolors. If you want to see me swatch them and play with them and see all the colors up close and have me talk about them, I have a video on my channel where I show them to you guys, so you can watch that. But yeah, it looks so pretty on the black. Ooh, I'm liking the green. This is really pretty added in. What are all of your favorite supplies to use in your journal? Like, what's your go-to thing? Is it watercolor? Is it drawing with pencils? Are you a just pen and paper kind of girl? Do you love stickers, die cuts, washi tape? So many options. Carolina says watercolor and stamps, craft bean, stamps and ink, different papers. Yeah, papers can be really fun to add in your journal. Yeah, the green does make it pop. Torn up pieces of brown bags, so much texture. Yes, Mel, I love that look. And it's a great recycled item to be able to repurpose and reuse. Okay, I feel like we have conquered this blank page, friends. We have conquered it. Get a little bit of this cherry blossom. We're getting a good crinkle to this page. Looking at all of your favorite things. Scared to use paints, and mine I use pictures, stickers, and pen only. Yeah, using paints is a little intimidating. You have to kind of get over the fact that you might bleed through onto another page. You might, I don't know, potentially ruin something. But they can be really fun once you let go of that fear. Right? And at the end of the day, friends, it's just paper. You know, if you tear it up or ruin it, like, it's paper. Don't beat yourself up about it. Love the crinkle. Yeah, me too. Old music paper is fun. That's a great one. Is all the above a good answer? Yes, Karen, that is an awesome answer. Typewriter. I would love to get a typewriter to use in my journal. I love when people use them in their journals. I think that's such a pretty look. So maybe one day I'll get a typewriter. But I think that might be good. Maybe we'll put a little bit more of this pink. No problem, Denise. Thank you. And yes, see you on Facebook. Yeah, I know for some of you it's probably getting really late, but I will have this available as a replay. So if you need to leave early, no worries. You can always see how the page finishes and comes together later on. Page looks great. Thank you. It's always, yes, say it's just paper. It's okay. Mostly all writing and paper crafts. Don't aim for consistency when art journaling. Scrapbook pages are more clean lines with die cuts and Nouveau drops and or paints. Stickers, acrylic pens, washi. Yes, loving seeing what you guys all use in your journals. You might want to cover your ears. I am going to dry this just to speed things along here. So it might be a little bit loud, but I use my embossing heat tool. Just have to keep it moving so it doesn't overheat anything. But it's a great, in a pinch, drying tool. Okay, sorry, that took a longer time than expected, but I wanted to make sure it was dry before we move on. And yeah, it's got like that nice crinkle to it now from the paint. Yeah, that's true. You could print the printables on a Canon Ivy, at least the mini ones. I don't know, like these full-sized ones, I don't know if you could scale them down that much since the Canon Ivy prints it on a smaller size. Yeah, so we did all of that. Watercolor on there, and I was not really shy with the water, friends. And as you can see, there's not really any bleeding. There is some shadowing. There's like really tiny, I don't even know if you can call that bleeding. It's more like ghosting, but it just like kind of shows through a little bit, but it really doesn't bother me because come tomorrow, I'm going to have things on this page and I'm not even going to notice it. And when it does bleed through, I just make it work for the next page. Honestly, if you're really worried about bleed through, you can always do it on a different paper and then tape that paper into your journal too. If you know you're using a medium that is definitely going to bleed through. So yeah, guys, so here you can see that background effect we just did. Just plopping watercolors. We got a really beautiful shimmer. So I'm pretty happy with that. And now we get to play with our printables and we got our little photo here. I want to get that on. I think I want to put the date on next because I know I want to use this big 2020 words, 2021, not 2020. It is no longer 2020. Amen, right? Okay. Let me see if I can get this cut out. I'll just keep going. Okay. Ooh, that was a little close. I'm trying to cut it using my paper cutter without cutting through the other printables. There we go. I think I need to sharpen my paper trimmer. It's getting like where the paper gets a little frayed from using it. I think the blade is getting dull. Tip for that, if you're not aware, is to use aluminum foil and just cut through aluminum foil using your scissors or a paper trimmer or whatever you're trying to sharpen. Is a really good way to sharpen the blade. So we'll have to try that and see if it works. So there's 2021. Heat to dry stamp ink. Yes, that works. Yes, this is a dot grid and it is an extra large Moleskine Cahier journal. There we go. So I cut out 2021 and explore your creativity, document your life. I definitely want to use those. And I think I might actually use, oh, I don't know. I want to use all of these, friends. Let me grab my scissors. I'm going to definitely, I think, use the little paint pan because we use the watercolors for this, so I can talk about that. It's like Inception. But I can talk about that in this journal page. I think based on where this page is going with using these printables, that I might not use the coffee stuff that I shared with you guys earlier. Maybe I'll just find like a coffee sticker or something to represent that and save using the actual coffee bag and the chocolate for another page. Flip the blade and the cutter so both sides dull evenly on both sides. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so we got our little paint pan, and I think we should probably cut out the paintbrush to use with that, or the little paint jar. I think I want the paintbrush though. Since we have all this fun space to play with, we might as well, right? I hate fussy cutting. I feel like I'm really bad at fussy cutting. I do, with the printables, I do provide a PNG file as well for those of you who have cutting machines like Cricuts or Silhouettes. You should be able to download the PNG file and cut it out using your Cricut or Silhouette. And I make it so that there's like nice little outlines of, like little white outlines of all of the printables. So that way your machine should be able to cut it out really easily if you have that. I don't know. Miesha, if you're still on here, I know that you have tried using the printables with your cutting machine. I'm curious how that has worked for you. I would love to get a Cricut one day. I don't have the space for it in my current apartment, but I'd love to have that one day so that way I could cut them out using a machine instead of having to do it by hand. But there is something kind of therapeutic about cutting things out by hand. And I feel like I want this journal quote that I put on this printables. I thought this was like a really neat quote to include in this. It's from some person named Hal Elrod. It says, writing in a journal each day allows you to direct your focus to what you accomplished, what you're grateful for, and what you're committed to doing better tomorrow. Thus, you more deeply enjoy your journey each day. So I just thought that that was kind of a really fun and sweet sentiment for us to include in our journaling journey. I'm going to try and cut this out so that then I can trim the sides to make it a square. So I'm just cutting it really not very pretty right now. Oh good, I'm so glad. So Miesha, she goes by she's Claudine Bradford on here, but she likes to be called Miesha. I think that's still true, I hope, since I've been using that name. Says that the PNG files do work well with the cutting machines. So if you have that available to you, you can use that to cut out the printables, and that way it'll really be like getting actual stickers. I'm just going to cut this to be a nice little square. There we go. See journals. So weird to me that you're watching you as a lefty. Yeah, I'm a lefty. So yeah, it's always weird to me watching people do things right-handed, even though I know that's more common, but. So let's see. Let's play around with where we want things. Kind of like that little pairing at the bottom, and then we have the 2021 up here, and let's not forget that we have a photo that we want to stick on here at some point. Maybe I'll do the New Year, New Me, Better Me. So I don't know if you can see it very well on here, but the new me is crossed out. And then the idea is that it's not about establishing a new me, like who you are is great and perfect and just how God made you, but it's about always becoming the best version of yourself. That's what we should be aiming for in the new year. And so that's kind of what this little quote is meant to represent. Is it's not new year, new me. You don't want to create a whole new version of yourself, but you want to honor who God made you to be and become a better version. Yes, Mel, everything in this world is designed for right-handed people. It is the eternal struggle. Ooh, I guess I should use this journal with me, right? Since we're doing a live journal with me, I can write live journal with me. Would be fun. I'm gonna regret trying to do this square by hand. I don't like the look of it not being like perfectly straight lines. I actually did that pretty well. Okay. All right, so I think this is everything that I want to use from the printables. Maybe I'll use a few of the washi strips then. We'll see. And though I feel like I should put, I keep going back to it. I feel like I should put something about my abiding journal on here. So either the hashtag or the one where it's written out. I'm just going to take the hashtag since it's here. Ooh. Sorry, I need to hide a user who is saying inappropriate things. There's always got to be one of them, right? Who is not meant, obviously not somebody who is actually like here for the purpose they're supposed to be here. Okay, so any of you use luxury pens? You know, I've never gotten into luxury pens, but it's something I would like to try. I think again, being a lefty, I get really intimidated by luxury pens and like fountain pens and things because, again, typically I think they're easier to use when you're right-handed. And if you don't have a quick drying ink, it basically is purposeless for me because I will smear it all over the place. A ruler for left-handed people, yeah, that would be helpful. I don't have any pens that are specifically for left-handed people. They're just pens. I'm just a left-handed girl living in a right-handed world, trying to make my way. All right, so we got our little journal with me. Excuse me while I rearrange things on the page 1,000 times. That's pretty much half of my journaling is me going, do I want it like this? Do I want it like this? Do I want it like that? Do I want this here? Like that's literally pretty much all I do while journaling. '21. Okay. This photo is very dark, so I'm going to want to back it in something. We have my abiding journal. Okay. I could use like this side of the beanbox thing. Sorry if you can hear cars. They're being very loud out there on the road. Or I can look through my little tea pack and see if there's something in here I want to use that would go better. That's coffee themed. And of course, I have lots of coffee themed stickers and stuff too that I could. This would be cute. I don't know if it matches very well though. Aw, look at the little tea bags. Tea isn't really what we're looking for though. Not really feeling anything in there. I think we might go to the sticker packs at this point, because I know I have plenty. Ooh, uh-oh. My battery's getting low on my iPad. So let's see through here. Got little teacups. I feel like the colors in this sticker pack, which is a hashtag sticker book from American Crafts, and this one is the Paige Evans sticker book if you're interested. Maybe I'll use these floral stickers to write out January, and then we'll do the 1st. I think I'm going to stick this down because I'm getting to that point where I'm like, you need to just start putting things down on the page. So I'm going to just claim this top corner as the place where we need to journal the date. See if I can get the sticker off. I print my printables on sticker paper. That way they're already ready to be stuck down. I can just peel off the back and stick it. I think we're going to do right there because I want to put January above it. You guys are having conversations in the chat and I want to follow along with what you're talking about. But I love that you guys are like actually hanging out and chatting. So I'm going to put these down, and as you can see, they blend in a little bit with the page. So I think I'm probably going to outline them just to make them stand out a little bit. This is why I love the dot grid, because I can use the dots to line up and make things nice and straight, which I would definitely not be able to do without a guide. Okay, so I'm just going to do the abbreviated January, do Jan. So you guys are talking about luxury pens. Paper Mate Inkjoys, gel pens. Yeah, they're a good non-luxury option. Love fountain pens. Your head must be on crooked because nothing ever comes out straight, yeah. Do you ever do super dark pages? You mean like dark colors? I do sometimes do darker pages. I probably gravitate a little bit more towards light or like muted colors. I'm not super into like crazy bright or crazy dark, I think is typically true. So there's January. I don't know if I want to use that. And I need to write number 1. I think I'm going to use my number stencil to do that. Guys, I'm very sad. This number stencil is no longer available on Amazon, which is where I got it, and it's where I used to direct everybody to get their own. And I can't do that anymore. And I don't know where to send people now for a number stencil. I found a few on Etsy that seem pretty similar. Allie Brown used to make one, but I don't know if her shop is closing or not. I thought that she was closing it, but it says it's just on timeout on Etsy. But she made a replica of this stencil because of it going off of Amazon. But I don't know if she's going to sell it anymore. Do I want this purple pen? I just grabbed it. I'm not sure I actually want to use it. Ooh, I know what I'll use. I will use do I want purple or silver to do the 1? These are the Nouveau glitter markers. Oh, Wild Lavender. I'm sorry. This is Wild Lavender and this is Silver Mist. So do I want Wild Lavender or Silver Mist? My favorite cheat pens are, I love this Pilot Easy Touch Fine. I really love the look of that. And Oh, I can't think of what the other one I love is called. Because I recently lost it and I'm very sad about it. But I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. I have them linked though. I'm pretty sure they are linked in my Amazon shop. So if you go over there, you should find them. We got purple, 2 votes for purple, 1 for silver. Can you give a small review of the gel rolls? I've been wanting to buy some. I'm not sure what you're talking about, gel rolls. Do you mean the jelly roll pens, maybe? Purple. All right, looks like purple's winning, so we'll do that. Oh, guys, I grabbed silver. I'm like, that doesn't look like purple. There we go, purple. Okay. Okay, there's January 1. So that's the purple. I also use these Arteza fine liners a lot in my journaling recently too, but these are water reactive, so they're not like archival ink. So you couldn't like put this down and then use like watercolor over it. Try and be very careful here and not go onto the actual sticker. I'm just gonna outline it in black to make it actually stand out. You can tell I'm concentrating because I get quiet. Yes, the jelly rolls. The jelly rolls. Oh no, guys. Aw. This is what happens. See? I don't be careful. I don't dry things. And then, so that pen I should have let dry a little bit and I accidentally touched it. And now it's smeared a little bit. It's not too noticeable, but just enough to bug me. But yes, the Jelly Roll white gel pens are my least favorite of the 3 that I talked about today. So I think the Uniball Signos are like the most popular beyond the Jelly Roll. And then the Arteza are newer and lesser known, I think, but like I said, they're my winning one. If you're going to get any white gel pen, the Arteza is the best. But, I mean, compared to like no brand white gel pens, you're probably, yeah, going to be better off with a Jelly Roll or a Uniball Signo, but... Okay. Make this look kind of like 3D almost with the black outline. Of course, I already did the January shadow on like the opposite side. I mean the J shadow, so it looks a little weird now, but there we go. I think that fixed it. Oh, okay. you got that same watercolor palette for Christmas? That's awesome. I love it. It's awesome. Let's use the stencil again to outline the one. There we go. Okay, so now we have our date, January 1st, 2021. Now we can play with all the other stuff. I might do some kind of sticker to like back this photo. And then I also want to find a cute little like coffee sticker. My desk is getting a little out of control, friends. I'm gonna put this down a while. I'll just put that under there. Okay. I might stick this up here. I like to do kind of like little pockets over my page of different topics. So this is like the date and talking about the new year. And then this is like talking about my abiding journal. And then down here is talking about my live stream. And then somewhere, you know, will be my little photo. Maybe like there. Honestly, not loving the layout of this page so far, but we're gonna roll with it. Oh, you know what I could use that I've never been able to use because they always took up way too much room on the page is one of these like big journaling stickers for my journal box. I might do that. I don't know if I want those. Oh, I do want... Oh no, I don't have any left. I used to have stickers on this page that said watching, and then you could like fill in what you were watching. But I don't have any anymore. But I might use one of these sipping ones to go with our coffee. Then... where did my little coffee bag go? I done lost it. Nope, I legitimately lost it. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. So, let's see. I might cut this up and see. Ooh, it still smells like coffee. It's so good. I'm thinking that instead of doing like what coffee we had, I'll cut out the back and do this cute little like sunrise bean box thing package. Let's see, what's the best way to cut this out? Page is looking great. Thank you. I like honestly am not, if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I'm not in love with it at this moment. I think it's because I'm not used to this size yet. Like, I almost have, in some ways, like a formula of how I put together a page in my old size journal. Like, oh, this size photo with this size ephemera, and I kind of have layouts in my mind that I can go to. But with this size journal, I don't have any preconceived layouts of what looks good. This is a struggle to cut apart. Maybe not my finest idea. And I definitely still have a few little coffee grounds in here. But it's okay. It'll be worth it. Here we go. Okay, see? We got our little coffee bean thing. So much stuff on this desk. You have the same stickers? That's cool. I love my sticker books. They're a great thing for daily journaling when you're just trying to get something pretty on the page in a pinch and you don't have time for watercolor and, you know, cutting stuff out. A sticker is quick and easy and always looks great. And it's creative too. Like, you don't always have to be illustrating in your journal to consider it creative. Box. And then I'm gonna keep some of this packaging, or at least maybe not. I won't use the same kind, but I'm gonna find another brown paper bag packagings to like bring that element into other parts of the page to make it nice and cohesive. There's a nice paper bag for us to use. So I might like rip this and put it in the corner with this over it. This. Something like that. And this to go with the photo. And this. My desk always turns into a tornado when journaling. Yes, me too, as you can tell. Especially when I'm doing live, because I don't take the time to put anything away, because you don't really want to be hearing me trying to put things away. I don't want to stick this down yet. Why did I peel that off? I need to tape this first. The meaning of my abiding journal is essentially just the idea of making your memories endure and last, which is the meaning of the word abiding. And the goal is to just document your life and explore your creativity. And it's something I completely made up. It's not like a real thing. Maybe it's becoming a real thing. But it's not something you'll really find in journaling lingo outside of this community, if that makes sense. Oh no. Okay. I think I want it just like slightly off of this piece of paper. And then I'm going to put the hashtag under it. Okay, and then maybe we'll back the photo with some of this as well. I just kind of rip out some, you know, just any old piece. And that way there's going to be 3 things on this page that have that brown effect on them, and doing things in 3s is a really good a really good tip for creating a nice aesthetic on your page, is to do things in multiples of 3. So all right, let's just start sticking stuff down and not think too much about it. I'm just going to put some tape on the back of that, and I'm going to stick it here. And I'm going to put my photo over that. Oh my goodness, Debbie, nearly 2 a.m. I am sorry we kept you up so late. This will be available as a replay, and I think we're getting somewhere, so we should be wrapping up decently soon. I know, this is why I don't do a ton of live streams, because I'm talking and I'm not, like, it just takes me a long time. Because I like hanging out with you guys, so I don't mind it taking a long time, but I always feel a little bad when they last like 2 hours. Let me know, do you guys like when they last longer? Like, do you like this more chatty format, or are you more like just get to the journaling and do the page? To me, it's like, well, if you want me to just get to the journaling and do the page, then just watch any normal, 15-minute video of mine. But live, is like, the whole point is the community aspect, right? Yeah, Jordan, love chatting and hanging out, exactly. So I kind of actually want this over here just for aesthetic reasons of doing opposites on the page. Even though, like, this really goes with this. But I think I want it here. Journaling now, and this makes me not feel so lonely. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Okay. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Ooh, I think I want this to go there and kind of overlap with the craft paper. Maybe I'll hold on to this piece. I think I might save that for another time. Love chatting as well. Probably won't only be able to hang out occasionally because time zone later than Debbie. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe how late you guys are staying up for this. I would never. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to bed. I'll watch the replay. But I am not a night owl myself. Like, I'll probably be going to bed pretty much when I'm done here. First time watching someone create a page. Oh, wow. Well, if you are enjoying it and want to see more, I have playlist full of journal with me's and process videos. There we go. January 1st. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, for some of you, it's already not even January 1st anymore. I'm already behind in your worlds. That's so funny. What is the type of tape used? Oh, it is a Scotch Extra Strength tape runner. It's actually just one I had in reserve because I ran out of the tape I use in my Xyron Mega Runner from Teresa Collins. This is the one I have linked in my Amazon shop. This is the one I typically use. I put stickers on it. It doesn't come like that. Have to decorate everything, right? But yeah, that is what I typically use. But this one works really well too, the extra strength. My favorite song recently, I don't know if it's recent, but it's been my favorite song for a while, is Defender by Rita Springer. I love that song. Most recently, my favorite song probably has been, what is that song? Come Now Thou Long Expected Jesus. Is that the title of it? I feel like I just butchered some of those words, but just because of Christmas time. I've been listening to that song on like repeat because it's one of my faves. Okay, so we are definitely, I think, getting pretty close here. I want to do like a little bit more, some like doodling and stuff, and then here in this space is where I'm planning to do my journaling. Pretty much always I do the creative part first and then do my journaling. But I think this year I might try and switch that up sometimes, specifically when I want to do more creative stuff but don't have the time, but I want to get the thoughts down. I might start using like my microns or some archival ink to do some journaling and then build the page around that. But typically this is my way of journaling. It's all the creative stuff first and then leaving myself space to do the journaling after. I want to use one of these sipping stickers for the bean box. Where should I put it? I could put it in the sun, but no, I think I want to do it on the side. Or I could put it on this side. Oh, decisions. Like I said, pretty much my whole journaling experience is, do I want it here? Do I want it here? Do I want it here? Just moving different items around the page, trying it out. What was that coffee called? I cut it all up, so I don't know if I can still read it. Broadcast Coffee Autumn Spice Blend. So I'm gonna write Autumn Spice Blend. On that little sticker. Sorry, part of the problem with being lefty is you can't see when I'm writing stuff. Everybody's saying what time it is. Yeah, it's 8:59 where I am too. And I'm gonna need to move you guys so that I can plug you in because my iPad is about to die. And I want to be able to still see your commenting. Sorry. Okay. I'm away from the camera finagling with my iPad. 3 p.m. on the 2nd in New Zealand. Oh wow, what a perfect time for you guys in New Zealand. My husband is obsessed with New Zealand. He went there for study abroad and we would both love to go. I've never been. I went to Australia for about 4 months and unfortunately never made it to New Zealand even though I was so close. But I would love to go. That's like probably number 1 on my bucket list is to go to New Zealand. Okay, I want to find some stickers. Coffee run. One of these good morning stickers would be cute. Or these coffee times. I kind of like the look of these, especially the different colors. I'm going to put a coffee time. I'm going to put that right there. Make a little collage at the bottom. Oh, look at the little umbrellas. They would be perfect to document it raining. I forgot I wanted to document that. Where did my other little sticker sheet with the rain go? Okay, so here we have this little rain. That would be cute to put somewhere. Look, I'm already running out of space in the big notebook. This is the whole reason I got a big one, and I'm still managing to fill it. But that's because I used all these printables, and I never would have been able to fit all of these printables and this on the smaller pages like I had. Ooh, I like the look of this. I'm gonna like put that on there. but where to put you? That's a Harry Potter reference. If anybody gets that Harry Potter reference. Yes, white gel pen does look really good on the brown paper bags. Maybe I'll use that for some doodling. Where do I want this, guys? Maybe like right there? Oh, yeah. See, I feel like all the empty spaces are like awkward. Maybe if I did this like this. I'm invading my journaling space. I'm not going to have any place to do journaling. That's okay. I can still journal here. And maybe what I'll do is I'll journal and then go into this space. Like this will be my journaling space. I think that will be nice. All right. I do want to put, let me go back to this sticker book since we used it for the letters and see if there's anything we could like put around this to just build it out a bit. Like flowers or something. Where did he go in New Zealand? He was mostly on the South Island. Ooh, I could use this journal. What do we think? Like there, or I kind of liked it here. I think we're gonna do that. And then we can use some like florals. This flower is pretty. So a little piece of the sticker paper stuck. There we go. See what I mean? Like I want to layer around this so that the printable doesn't feel so stark, especially because it's on the colored background. I feel like it doesn't blend as nicely, and I don't like the look of that. Find my scissors. Grew up at the bottom of the South, but now live at the bottom of the North Island. Very cool. Yes, thank you, Karen. If you haven't already, do be sure to hit the like button. That would be really helpful to me. I probably should have said that when we had more people on. Now we're losing folks, but where do I want you? I kind of like it there. This page has become very florally and girly, but it's okay. I'm not mad about it. that might be good. Like I said, I like the 3s, and I like the 3 florals like that. Trying to think if there's anything else I really wanted to capture on this page. I have my little coffee thing. I don't like the edge of this. I might put some washi over it. Just play with some washi strips. I'm just going to grab some options and then you guys can help me choose. Okay, here are a few washi options. We got this nice polka dot blue. We have this pink with the hearts. We have this thinner blue. I love this one. I don't know if it goes. I don't know, maybe it goes. You guys tell me. I feel like I need a thinner option for the bottom. Sorry, I'm like not I am facing away from the camera looking at my washi, so sorry if my voice is going like in and out in the audio. I like this one a lot. This one might be good for down here, but let me know which of these ones I should use with this. If I can find the edge of it. I don't know where it starts. There it goes. So this one is like a very, very, very faint floral pattern. I don't know if you can see that at all, but it is very pretty. It's funny, the paper is all crinkly from the watercolor, so it's actually a little hard to put this down. There we go. So I think that looks nice at the bottom. Maybe like a strip of this somewhere. I don't know. Light pink and teal green. Which one are you guys calling teal? This one? Or are you talking about the floral one? This one? Blue or teal to pop off the pink. Going down in the top left corner, polka dot blue, maybe a strip of washi going down the top left. I think I'm gonna put a doodle on the top left going down, which is why I'm leaving that blank, because I wanna use my white gel pen there, I think. I'm gonna try and put a little like a V in this to make it look like a ribbon. Like that. The polka dots. Plain deep teal. Okay, I'm seeing polka dots, so I'm gonna go with that one. Again, I'm gonna try and mirror things and do opposites. So you got washi here, washi here, washi here, paper here, paper here, paper here. Flower, 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 collage, collage, collage. You see where I'm going with that? Like, it's kind of always opposites on the page. I just like the look of that. will cut that off. This is a very springy page for January, but that's okay. Very girly and fun. So yeah, I'm gonna just do a few little doodles with my white gel pen, and then that is gonna be this page, guys. And then I'm gonna do my journaling right in here and down here, and I will post what the final thing looks like. I'll post it in our Facebook group, which definitely join if you haven't already. And then of course I will put it on Instagram, and I will use that hashtag. Make sure that you are following the hashtag on Instagram. Oh, guys, see? I grabbed a Uniball Signo, and is it working? No, because it's not as good. I'll go with the size Arteza. But is the Arteza working? Yes, it is, because it's the best. So, what kind of flower do I want to do? I think we're just gonna do some really loose petals. Pretty much any flower you do in white gel pen is gonna look nice, so. Yeah, I love the look of white gel pen on the craft paper. Looks so nice. This is great for our first page. Thank you. So good to see the process. Page is looking amazing. I'm inspired. No. Do I actually use brown craft paper, or is it just like a lunch bag? Yeah, I just recycle any brown bag that comes into my possession. I hold on to. This is like, yeah, some kind of like old, I think like sandwiches came in this bag probably. So, you know, I held on to it, and I just tear pieces off of it to use in my journals. So, you know, use what you have. Why spend $10 on a pack of craft paper when, you know, brown paper is always coming in to your possession for free? Non-floral. Sorry, I'm trying to read through some of your comments. So I like that. I think this one we're just gonna do like a really simple leafy doodle. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. It's the lefty. Like that. And then for this one, I think I might just like kind of outline what's already here, but just to make it match. So like do an outline of the sun shape. Ooh, my stomach is rumbling. I'm hungry. I didn't really eat much of a dinner before coming on here. Yeah, I'm gonna like outline these. I think that's just like a fun little pop of white on this one then too. I'm putting like a few little white raindrop doodles around this. They're really hard to see probably on the camera, but I think they'll be like a nice little cute addition when you actually look at the page. I'm just gonna put little white raindrops all over. since it rained so much. Something I love about white gel pens is they work really well over like washi tape and photos. I do little captions on photos a lot. Actually, I might do one on this with the white gel pen. See, like just little white raindrops, just as a little extra touch. I think that looks really cute. See, and I'm really liking the way this is looking now, and that just goes to show you that keep with it. Even if you're like, oh my goodness, what I'm creating is horrible, I don't like the look of this at all. If you just keep building and adding, it ultimately comes together. And that is something I have learned. There have been tons of pages where I'm like, oh, I don't like this at all, I should just give up. But I just keep persisting, and I ultimately usually end up liking what I've created. And even if you don't, the memories are down, and that's what's most important. And there's always the next day and the next entry. So I really like the little raindrops everywhere. I think that looks really cute. And then, yeah, I'm gonna write unbroken over the photo. Debating if I can fit it. It's gonna go off, I think. That's okay. Unbroken. I will underline it to make it look like going off of the photo was intentional. All right, fam. Learn how to doodle in hand letter. Yeah, doodling is, it's just something you kind of just learn by practicing and seeing the other doodles that other people do. Tracing can be a really good way to practice doodling as well. And there's obviously tons of tutorials and things about doodling on YouTube. Love the doodles, and the book I meant autobiography about my hubby's classmate is beautifully broken. Oh. Do the Jelly Roll white gel pens work very well? I personally don't really care for the Jelly Rolls. These are the Arteza gel pens, and they work great. Here's a Jelly Roll. Let me just try to add a raindrop somewhere and see how it works. So I'm adding one here. And can you tell the difference? It's so opaque. I mean, not opaque, transparent. You like barely can see it. And I'm trying to go over it multiple times to get it to come out more. But it's just not good. Like, look at that comparison. Here, I'll try another Jelly Roll to see if it was just that one. Nope. They're just not good. They're just not very... They're just not bold the way that the Arteza ones are. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but that's the one I just did or tried to do with the Jelly Roll, and then look at all of the Arteza ones. And I didn't have to struggle or try. I just used it like a normal pen with the Arteza ones, and as you can see, it worked super well. So to me, there's like no comparison. When I found these Arteza ones, and I'm going to go over this to fix it up, though now it's a little harder just because that spot's more like wet from trying to go over it so many times. But yeah, as you can see, much better. I don't like that raindrop now. Now that raindrop is not cute. Okay. So yeah. The gel pen, the white gel pen is the Arteza white gel pens. I don't think they sell them anywhere else. Sometimes Arteza stuff you can find on Amazon, but these are newer and I haven't seen them on Amazon yet. You probably have to buy it directly from Arteza, which is just arteza.com. Yeah, the Arteza one looks much better. I think there's no comparison. So I think, guys, that is going to be it for me. We have been on here for like 2.5 hours chatting and hanging out, and it's been so much fun. I'm so grateful to all of you who joined me. It truly just made my day. I had so much fun, and there are definitely going to be more journal with me's in the future. I guess I can show you my face again. Well, actually, let me first show you an up-close version of the page. Make sure that you can see it super well. And like I said, I'm going to have photos on my Instagram so that way you can see it even better. But we made a nice little collage up here with the brown paper bag and doodles. And these are the printables from my Patreon. And we used some washi. We did a little date collage, New Year, New Me, crossed out, Better Me. Using the printables again and some stickers from the Paige Evans hashtag sticker book. And then we have our little Unbroken movie that we watched today as a little collage here with the stickers and washi. And I just love layering, as you can tell. I love the look of just creating little collages of layers. And then we have our little journal with me section where I'm going to talk about our live stream today, which was so much fun. And of course, it's been raining cats and dogs here. So I have that, and then the coffee that we enjoyed this morning. And then all my journaling is going to go in this empty space right here. So that is my plan. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. I think I maybe need to turn you like this. There we go. Now you can see me. Yeah, so that was so fun, guys. It's such a pain to try and go from different orientations. I'm trying to hold it up higher. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed this. I am so grateful for you hanging out with me. Some of you super, super late for your time zones. I really enjoyed it. I'll have to find out some other times that will work for you guys better who had to stay up late, or those of you, you know, who couldn't join at this particular time. We'll have other ones. I'm so glad you guys had fun, and I really, really, really cannot wait to see what you guys have created. So please use the hashtag myabidingjournal2021. Yes, use the hashtag. Thank you guys for sharing it, and use it on Instagram. Use it here on YouTube if you create videos. And share it in our Facebook group, what you are creating. I would love to see it, and I'd love to share it on my Instagram and give you guys a little shout out and boost for all of your awesome creations. So this was so much fun, and there will be more to come, and I can't wait until then. So I will see you guys next time, and have a great evening, and keep exploring your abiding creativity and document a life full of abiding faith, hope, and love.